the Cabinet Secretary for ICT, my friend Eliud, the CS for Education, my friend Ezekiel Machogu, the Principal Secretary for Higher Learning and Research, Your Excellency the Governor of my home county, Mutahi Kahiga, Charge the Affairs of the United States, Mark Dillard, the Vice Chancellor of this great institution, Professor Kioni, the Semiconductor Technologies Limited Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director, Anthony Githinji, the Member of Parliament for Nyeri Town Constituency, the Honorable Duncan Maina Madenge, other members of Parliament present, STL fraternity, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to preside over the launch of the Alboran, a product of the Semiconductor Technologies Limited, here at the prestigious Dedun Kimathi University of Technology. This is one of the most advanced semiconductor manufacturing systems designed in Africa. It is a demonstration that we have the potential of leading the continent in all aspects of technology, in driving sustainable development towards the Kenya we want and the Africa we want, where nobody is left behind. I'm particularly delighted that this milestone is achieved in Nyeri, my motherland, where I was born and brought up. This means that the young people in this region have an added advantage in accessing better technical support if they align their digital startups to this innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, I allow the partnership between the Dedun Kimathi University of Technology and STL in realizing this milestone. It is a testament that if we need to achieve our Vision 2030 and sustainable development as guided by Agenda 2030 of the United Nations, partnership is a must. I'm particularly excited that STL settled on Dedun Kimathi University of Technology, focused on solution-driven innovations. Theory education alone cannot help us emerge as a lead in digital economy in Africa. We must blend academic work with hands-on professional experience. This can only happen when we allow innovation enterprise, such as STL, to collaborate with our learning institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore the reason that I give priority to this launch from the hundreds of invitations that I receive daily. Because anywhere that people, in a program that creates jobs, is a priority for President William Ruto and I. In our pillars of catapulting the country to the next level of development, the Kenya Kwanza administration has identified science and technology as the conveyor belt to delivering our promise. Demand-led innovation in manufacturing is at the heart of the Ruto administration. That is why today it is important as we launch a system that responds to the demands of the market. And indeed, the semiconductor sector is one of the most crucial components of the digital industry. Almost every electronic device we have today is built on semiconductors, from smartphones, fridges, cars, laptops, among others, rely on chips. This is because we have seen the potential of this sector in dealing with one of our most urgent challenges of youth unemployment. As a government, we want to harness creativity to generate more and decent jobs for the 5.7 million job-seeking youth so that they can contribute to the delivery of the Kenyan Kwanza plan and build their motherland. On this note, I appreciate the support of STL to the youth in offering 70% of your employment to the people between the ages of 20 to 35 years. His Excellency President William Ruto and I will offer the requisite support to our learning institutions, development partners and friends in creating jobs and other opportunities for the people of Kenya. I also seize this opportunity to thank the United States government for the support and partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, under our plan, we promise to create 100,000 kilometers digital superhighway. To establish and reap the benefits of the fifth industrial revolution, we need the best technology. STL and the Dedun Kimathi University of Technology have shown us that we have all that it takes. Best technology is no longer a trickle down from the developed world. With the manufacturing of semiconductors and other forms of information in Kenya, we have disrupted the status quo with bottom-up flow of technology. We are proving to the world that we are not only consumers, but also producers of top-notch technology. At this point, I acknowledge the academic excellence support from STL to the university, especially in science, technology, and mathematics. I commend the STL for training over 150 engineers in chemical, mechanical, electrical, and mechatronics disciplines. Ladies and gentlemen, the skills and ingenuity showcased in this launch of the Olboran semiconductor is a kicker towards making Kenya an exporter of technology in the region and globally. In return, this will build the reputation of our nation as a leader in solution-driven innovation, attracting more foreign investment, especially by tech giants, into the digital economy. With such efforts, I can already see the Silicon Savannah across the bridge. For this reason, I encourage STL to upscale manufacturing of the semiconductor system, silicon wafer processing, nanotechnology, materials, among others. As we also grow in technology, digital threats linger. This calls for strong cybersecurity infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, as we struggle with climate change, drought, food and water shortages, and other forms of challenges, I encourage the STL and Dedun Kimathi University of Technology to work closely with key players, especially in the agricultural value chain, for improved production. As I conclude, I implore STL to accelerate knowledge transfer to other leading institutions in specialized areas of bigger and better reach. I am aware that your strategic plan envisages expansion to 5 centers in Kenya by 2024 and 3 others regionally by the year 2026. Count us in that plan. With those very many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the very best in this venture. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a prosperous year 2023. Asanteni sana. Just in conclusion, is to say how excited we are. As we went round the labs, we were so moved when we see our young people, young engineers below the ages of 30 driving this initiative. I want to say our young engineers, congratulations, and I have no doubt that the future of this country is in good hands. We want succession management by handing over this country, its systems, the infrastructure, the creativity, the innovation to our young population. That is our resource as a country, our young people. And what I have seen here today, I'm a very happy man, a very proud Kenyan, a proud parent, to see vibrant young people doing great things and taking the center stage in the technological transformation of our great country. I really want to encourage you. My only observation is that the boy child doesn't look to be in the center of the whole of this transformation. No, my wife, Pastor Dorcas, is passionate about the boy child. So still, I'll report you to her so that she can come around here and try to create some affirmative action in favor of the boy child. You know, the boy child amewachwa nyuma kidogo. So vijana tuamuke. I want to say this great institution, Professor Kioni, we want to salute you for your leadership. You've done a very wonderful job. You know, I listen to these people from the big schools. You know, they always look for an opportunity in their speech to let us know where they went to school. Especially the ones from Alliance, they are very notorious. The Honorable Kimani Ichung'wa, our leader of majority, does not let us have tea. He keeps on reminding us that he was at the Alliance. So I saw your CEO in a very clever manner circumvent his speech to let us know that he was at the Alliance. And our CS ICT was not left behind. He looked for a way to also let us know that he was in a great Baseno. So that governor leaves me and you in a very difficult situation because of where we went to school. But let me tell you, I also went to a great school. And why is it great? It is great because Professor Kioni, one of the most refined university administrators in this country, a man who has transformed Kimathi University to a great institution in technology and science, went to the same school with me. So you have no doubt I'm also properly learned. You know, Governor, when I was appointed running mate, these social media characters and this media, they were trying to demean me that I am very backward, I am from the village, I don't know anything. Until I appeared on that debate with Mother Karua. And within 90 minutes, they knew that I and Professor Kioni went to the great school called Kenyatta High School. So, musicheze na sisi, hata sisi tuko sawa. This guy called Professor Kioni, I want to say today, his leadership of this university to the success story that it is today has not just begun when he's a professor. When we were in Form 1, Kioni, a little boy then, like I, beat us in sciences from day 1 up to Form 4. And you see, if you see Rigathi Gachagua accepting somebody is good, that somebody must be very good. Because I'm also not very poor. And he was doing pure science. He was in Form 4Z. And when we did our Form 4 exam, those days the grading was Division 1, 2, 3, up to 4. And Division 1 was from 6 points to 23. Professor Kioni had a distinction 1 in every subject, 9 of them, so he had 6 points. So he is not in this university by accident. And the success story that we see today, it's not something he has just started. He was a focused scientist from the days he was a young boy. And I want to say, when his tour of duty comes to an end here, the government of the Republic of Kenya will deploy him appropriately to develop another great institution. And I also want to say this, Kimathi University is very dear to me. I come from here. It is named after Field Marshal Dedun Kimathi, the hero of our liberation struggle, the field marshal who led the battle in the Aberdares and Mount Kenya to drive the British colonialists and the Home Guards and the Comereras and the Tukunias out of our land. My parents were in the forest under Dedun Kimathi. We are very emotional about this institution, that it is named after Field Marshal Dedun Kimathi. So we want to say, even when Professor Kiodi's tour of duty is over and we need to change guard, we'll make sure that the team that will come here will build on what Professor Kioni has built over the years. And this is a great institution for this county. And for me personally, I'm very emotional about it because of our freedom struggle. And you know, the struggle to drive the British colonialists away from this country for taking our land and our freedom started here in Nyeri, between the two mountains, the Aberdare and the Mount Kenya. History has repeated itself. The struggle to liberate the people of Kenya from slavery by a few families started here in Nyeri a few years ago. And this great county of Nyeri is a great land. It is the land of Field Marshal Dedun Kimathi, the land of Stanley Madenge, the land of Field Marshal Muthoni, the land of Professor Wangari Maathai, the land of the best president and economist in this country, the late Mwai Kibaki. As a county, we pride ourselves with producing great minds. And I request the governor of Nyeri and the elected leaders to work hard and keep our name high in this country. Work hard. And I say, this Thursday, we'll be burying another great man from this county, the late Honorable Eliud Matuamai. The man, as executive director of ICDC, oversaw the transformation of entrepreneurship from the white colonialists to indigenous Kenyans. The man who was member of parliament for Madeira for 15 years. And most importantly, he'll be remembered for turning around a dead KCC into a vibrant new KCC. That is a man from this county. And I keep on telling people, and I dare say, when you want good workers in this country, come here. When the late Museveni Kenyatta in his last years, and he was struggling with the age and health, but nobody knew he was struggling. He had strong people from this county behind him. The late Mwai Kibaki was Minister for Economic Planning and Finance. Duncan Degwa was the governor of the Central Bank. Eliud Matuamai was executive director of ICDC. Guinea Karundi was the MD of East African Rivers and Harbors. Ignatius Derry was the director of CID. Stephen Mwangi Mureithi was the deputy director of the Special Branch. Isaiah Mwai Madenge was the PC Rift Valley. Eliud Mahevu was the PC Coast. And many others, strong bureaucrats and technocrats from Nyeri around Museveni Kenyatta. And he succeeded. I want to ask the people from this great county of Nyeri, those of you, I included, who have been given a privilege by President William Ruto, please, let us not let him down. Let us hold the name of this great county high by working hard, being focused, and making sure we are efficient. We have been given from this county a deputy president. We have been given 2 principal secretaries, and more is coming. Those of you who will be identified by President William Ruto to assist him in the management of the affairs of this country from this county where I'm born and brought up. Please let us not let down the president. Let us not let down the people of Nyeri. Just the way the people of Nyeri succeeded in the 70s in assisting Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, those of us who will be given an opportunity by President William Ruto to help him in the management of the affairs of this country, let us stay true to the spirit of Nyeri, of brave, courageous, efficient men and women to drive our national agenda. So Professor Kion, we are proud of you, very proud of you. And I want to thank the University Council. They have done a tremendous job to hold this institution high. And I want to urge every person, not just in this county, but across the whole country, those of us who have been given a privilege to serve, to give it our all, to give it our all for the sake of our country. Because an opportunity arises once in a lifetime. And when you are given that opportunity, you do what you have to do. Our young engineers, we are proud of you. We are proud of you. I'm very happy. And I have told the Vice Chancellor, I'll create time when I'm just around without all this madoido, because I'm a local guy here. Nikatie pale nyumbani mguu, nipitie hapa chaka tu nikuje. So that we look around what is happening and I get more interested because I'm fascinated by the capacity that has been developed in this great institute. Kwa hayo mengi sana, ningetakia nyinyi Christmas jema. We ask our officers in the national government, the RIC is here, the county commissioner and our police commanders, please make all the arrangements and make sure these guys have a very peaceful Christmas. Wale watu wachache wa kuharibu morokote hao yote muwafungie mpaka tutoke Christmas, so that they can allow these people to enjoy in peace. You know, we only have 1% that is troublesome, just one, and that 1% can create hell for everybody. So I want to urge our officers of security, there's no Christmas for you, unfortunately, but that is your job, you look for it. As we enjoy, and the rest of Kenyans enjoy, na nyinyi mtuange kazi to make sure that we enjoy. That is your job description, especially during this Christmas festive season. Nataka kuuliza watu ya Nyeri tufurahie, lakini tupunguze pombe kidogo wakati ya Christmas. Tusikunywe sana, kidogo tu. Hata kama lazima ukunywe 2-3 uende nyumbani. Hii maneno ya kutoka jioni mpaka kesho yake, hiyo is not healthy. So let's have a nice time. Let's be peaceful. Let everybody allow others to enjoy Christmas. Even the petty thieves, wale pickpockets na nini, hata hao waende wapumzike. You know, everything must have a break. Si hata hao wapumzike. They can take a holiday also from what they do. Unajua ubaya hata hii pickpockets na wengine wanakaza mimi na president wanasema hata tuliwaambia kazi ni kazi. But we did not mean that hiyo kazi hiyo. We meant this one. This one of developing technology, this one of borrowing money from the hustler fund and making sure that you reinvest it. And by the way, we are doing well. As of this morning, Kenyans have borrowed 9.4 billion and they have paid back 2.6 billion. So, and it is not much, but when you borrow repeatedly, it's a lot of money. Borrow the 1,000, invest, pay back, borrow another one, invest, pay back. That is why we told those Azimio characters, they were telling people to borrow and not to pay. That is retrogressive thinking. You know, a whole senator elected by the people. And himself, he is borrowing at 3% for his mortgage. And he is paying from his salary. How can you tell people who vote for you not to borrow? Because they would like these people to remain poor so that they remain their slaves to be misused when elections come. I want to ask our people to ignore the retrogressive call by the Azimio characters not to pay money they have borrowed from the Hustler Fund. Please borrow and pay, and borrow again and again. And the way that system is working, the more you borrow and pay, you build your credit rating. So you start with 500, you pay, they go to 800, you pay, up to 50,000. And if you don't pay, that is it. You'll never borrow again. And I don't think that 2,000 you are being told by Azimio fellows not to pay will change your life. It will change your life by borrowing all the time. And we want our people to borrow up to 50,000. So please, let us utilize the Hustler Fund. It's a creative intervention in our business because the problem has been lack of affordable credit to people who have no collateral, those who have no title deeds, those who have no logbooks. That has been the problem. We now have a money you can borrow up to 50,000 without a logbook, without a title deed, and that is what has been lacking for this country. So as I'm in Nyeri here, my home county, I would like to ask the people of this great county to make full use of the Hustler Fund, borrow money and do business, and keep on borrowing and paying, keep on borrowing and paying, and keep on building your stock, keep on expanding your business, so that in another 2-3 years, you are 10 times where you were before that one. Finally, I bring you greetings from the President of the Republic of Kenya, the one and only Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Asanteni sana. May God bless you and bless you abundantly. Asanteni sana.